home matches against Florida State, Miami, and Georgia Tech. Tigers trying to bounce back from a disappointing outing against Wake Forest here on Friday night. Asia Daly delivers the first point of the afternoon.
Daly going over 6-foot freshman, working the age, saying, okay, we got to be experienced. Go ahead, first ball, your right side player, put it down.
Devin Taylor, second on the Tiger team, 13 service aces so far this season. There's a set for Lewis. Too hot to handle for McKenna Slavic.
Speed is the game for Virginia Tech. They love to stick passes. You'll see them trying to push tempo, which means keeping the set below the antenna. You love to see that first slided option to Lewis.
Olivia Angel, freshman out of Brentwood, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville with the serve for Virginia Tech. Gentle touch by Daly. At the net, delivered by Wagner, her first kill.
That's so tempting when you get an overpass that tight to swing hard on it. There was nobody at the net. Wagner just wanted to get some momentum, but clipped the net when her hand dropped.
However, the point for Virginia Tech, so apparently an infraction at the net as Wagner reached over. Daly. Wow, what a great dig by Rodriguez of the Hokies. Slavic for Daly.
Oh, let's go.
Not that time, she says.
Oh, Asia Daly, we know this is what you can do. You love to see it coming over from preseason to ACC play, really stepping up in your power game. That's 3 in a row. Slavic said, in this rally, I'm giving the ball to you. That's the matchup. That's the power put away.
At the net, the rejection of Dupre.
You can see the attention to detail, recognizing where number 14 is, Dupre. We know she wants to get the ball, so this Clemson's block says, yep, I am all over that cross-court shot.
Another serve by McKenna Gilden of the Tigers. Set on the left side and delivered by Leandra Manuel Duran. Virginia Tech, guided by Marcy Byers in her 4th season, trying to turn the program around. Prior head coaching stops at Chowan in North Carolina and just down the road from Blacksburg at Radford. Chicago area native who had a fine career at Virginia Union and Richmond. Tigers now on a run with the point. Jackie Simpson-Keir, it's year number 3 for the former All-America at Wisconsin. Trying to turn this Clemson program. And she says she's having as much fun coaching as she has had in her time at Clemson. She was an assistant before being elevated to the top job. Gentle touch at the net. And the point for Sydney Peterson, 2nd year in the program after transferring from Nevada.
You can see with both of these coaches, they love to push speed. So anytime the ball is at the net, you can see the setter trying to keep that ball low, beating the block to the seam.
Dupre the serve for the Hokies. Slavic sets up behind her. Good work at the net. Katie Herta with the point.
Nice tight ball save. A lot of times when a hitter gets a tight ball, you have the option to try to avoid the block, but Herta goes right into the hands, working the tool shot out of bounds.
Serve delivered by Adria Powell. Strong play at the net. Herta. Set by Borer. That's what she does for Virginia Tech. She'll try again. Slavic, the push, finds the opening.
Pete, you have Slavic in her 5th year as a 5-year starter. She scouted. This is watching video and saying, I'm going to use this shot early on. That 2-handed dump over, that's going to get me to drop as you see defenders going back on their heels.
Known for her assists, the Tigers leader with nearly 350 coming in, but she got the point. That time, just not enough steam under it for Lucky Rose Williams.
We know with both of these teams, they're strong offense, but if you can't get a pass, there's no chance you can run your fast offense.
Off the Powell serve. Borer sets. Kill delivered. Nice job coming across that time for Virginia Tech. Sydney Peterson closing in on 1,000 points in her career. She's about 15 away.
That was a solid pass. Rodriguez took it into her own hands, saying, you know what? Clear the way, guys. I'm going to stick this pass so we can run that slide.
Hokies back within 2. Slavic at the net. The set. Big swing. But wide on the effort by Herta.
That's one of those set options you want to see again. It was an open shot. There was a set inside, and then Herta was trying to turn it back to the line with a lot of open court. Just missed it long, but why not do it again?
Taylor, Slavic, Wagner, a lot of power. Bohr, the set. Good job by Taylor to recover, but the ceiling here in Jervey Gym is in play. That time it works to the Tigers' disadvantage.
I wonder who wants it more, the Clemson players, the renovations that are coming in Jervey Gym, or the opponents as you try to play balls off of the ceiling.
Tigers trying to get to 10 wins. Hokies sitting right there, trying to snap a 4-game skid. And Virginia Tech moves back in front.
Mangual Duran, nice drop shot. That was a floater, just dropped right on the passer.
And Duran, service error. First of the match.
You have a feeling, Pete, that this match is going to go even. Back to back, you got teams, they stick a pass, sometimes they get ace, but it's that going back and forth is who's going to finish it off.
Clemson trying to catch the magic of their effort against a nationally ranked Georgia Tech team. A few matches back, they fell 3-1, but they were really competitive. They've run into a rut past couple of times out at home against NC State and Wake Forest, getting swept in each. But McKenna Slavic and the Tigers back in front by a point. At the net, that looked out of system, but Hokies get it across. Slavic for Daly. Boy, really good dig on the effort that time by Williams, but to no avail. Tigers get the point.
You're right, Pete. So Clemson took a set off a 13th ranked Georgia Tech, but it was this type of play that we've seen Clemson do. Solid offense. Great job, Slavic, going to Daly.
Bohr. Huge swing. Not to be denied that time, Peterson.
It's pretty fun to watch the strategy early on. Both teams working the right side of the court. You see Virginia Tech going with a slide attack, so all the hitters are going off of 1 foot. And then when Asia Daly's in the front row for Clemson, it's off of 2 feet with the right side.
Peterson serve, block at the net. Strong play by Ava Francis.
This is pure strategy. So then we just saw Herta on the right side getting an attempt. So Slavic saying, you know what, I'm going to go against, I think, the weaker blockers, which is the left front. Let me go expose it and keep it going all day.
Tigers get the point. As you saw, it landed out of bounds. Served too long, though, by Mia McGrath.
You'd love to see McGrath. She's an outside hitter, even though right now you see Herta getting front row attempts. But one thing about McGrath, she can pass and run back row attacks. So keeping that offense, this is why it's important for young players to work on your back row game so that you find a way to get on that court.
Wagner a little bit wide. Really nice dig by Taylor to start the set, but ties us up at 11 apiece. Served by Hannah Bohr. Really nice job by Slavic. Sets up Symington.
You love to see a middle attempt. Symington knew that Slavic felt her coming right behind, giving that ball just a trust set, saying, yep, I know Symington's going to arrive.
Kara Lewis went for the block. Symington was just too strong. Devin Taylor the serve. Duran. Dupre. And rejected at the net.
Do it again. Going up with a strong block. Powell top in the ACC for blocks per set and total blocks with the beautiful close and shutdown.
Came into the afternoon with 76, the Ohio State transfer. She has really infused some big-time leadership for this Clemson squad as well. Bohr this time sets in the middle for Dupre. Nice dig, Slavic at the net. The push by Daly.
Oh, just when you thought the ball was going to go down from Dupre, Slavic picks up an amazing dig, and that's when height wins, going up Daly 6'2" over that block for that deep tip.
Taylor back to serve. Tigers matching their largest lead here in the opening set. Swing at the net by Francis. Tigers keep it alive. Rodriguez, Borer, Francis. Too strong for Taylor.
This is great to see from a freshman outside hitter going deep corner, not scared of a big block in front of her after she just got blocked, saying, I'm going to work it hard, change my shot, picking up the kill.
Francis heads to the bench from Ohio, played at Arizona, and then landed at Virginia Tech. She was a club teammate of Hannah Borer, and that was the connection to get her to the Hokies program as a transfer. Hokies back within 2. Slavic sets it in the middle. Gentle touch by Powell. Borer. Perfect timing for Lewis.
When your setter middle connection is on, you keep going to it. Lewis just going in front. Open shot, as you saw Daly going out to block the outside.
Another serve upcoming for the freshman Angel of Virginia Tech. Slavic and Wagner took something off. Borer. Gentle touch to get it across by Duran. Here's Daly, blocked. But the point to Clemson. Got a timeout.
Coach Byers is really doing a good job teaching these players how to win.
Hokies get back within a point. Lana Rodriguez. First in ACC digs. We saw that talent on display earlier in this opening set. She steps back to serve. And she's best on her team with 15 aces coming into the match. In a close series over the years, Tigers a 22-14 advantage. Dupre got it across to Duran. Borer. Rodriguez, all she could do with it. Slavic. Big swing by Powell. Borer timed nicely. Peterson got it across. The answer by Wagner.
This is the team play we love to see with Clemson. Fighting hard in defense, making the save, picking that ball up, and then Slavic going out to Wagner, the high hand shot to pick up that point.
Tigers back up by 2. Wagner's serve snuck across the net. Rodriguez did a great job to keep it alive, and Taylor wishes she could have that back.
Taylor was expecting a harder shot. You could see Duran take a little bit off of that, and then you saw Taylor just twist her body at the last second, wants that dig back for sure.
Elena Dupre, 8 service aces this season. Too long.
You know, Pete, in the open when we talked about, okay, it's going to be execution, a pass and serve game, but really that's what it comes down to with these two teams. It's purely who can pass and serve the best because the offenses are equal. So you just have to execute that first ball contact.
Service error for the Hokies. Boy, what a nice job. Keep it alive by the Tigers. Herta gets it across. Borer sets. Duran. Give her the point.
And you saw where setter Borer was at the net. She was not running about 10 or 12 feet off. She was physically at the net so she could run that fastball offense out to Duran.
From Rio Grande, Puerto Rico, came to them from Missouri, second on their team in kills. Off her serve, Taylor, Slavic, Wagner, blocked to the net.
Definitely the right choice. So you saw Slavic running forward. The entire front row block went with her, and then she reversed it back, causing a great setup and close even on that recovery by Peterson.
Peterson, a middle blocker who provides offense for the Hokies team, a Tiger squad.
This game.
Leandra Manuel Duran has her degree already in biomed engineering, so she's really smart. That's a smart move by McKenna Slavic, one of the many in her storied career with Clemson.
That's a little note in a timeout. Say, hey, Slavic, or you would say McKenna if you're a coach, saying, hey, that shot is still open. Keep doing it because it will suck in the defense.
Slavic back to serve. Borer setting it up. And delivered by Peterson.
And another one. Get it, Peterson, off the slide attack. That's been money for you on that backside. That every time she's gone back to serve, the previous attempt was a slide kill.
Dig by Taylor, set by Slavic. Symington.
2 kills on 2 attempts by Symington. That's trust as Coach Kier encourages Slavic to force the middle in system and out of system.
78 kills coming in for a middle blocker. Impressive work by the freshman in the state of Minnesota. Off of the grass serve. Lewis, Slavic for the Tigers. Taylor ran over and got it. Nice dig, Rodriguez. Good job, Duran. And back across for Williams. Slavic, Symington. Out it goes. Tigers get the point.
We're seeing right here, Pete, this is how you run an offense. You saw Slavic early on just feeding Daly on the backside, which opens up the block, and now right now, Symington's one-on-one.
Third service errors so far in this opening set.
Ooh, still tight right here. 19-20. At the end of this, you play these type of games in practice. You're like down 19-20, you got to come back and win. So who can pass and serve, Pete? Really, who can pass and serve?
Hannah Borer. Off the serve, here's Daly. Just too strong for the top player in digs in the ACC coming in.
All the yeses right there. Slavic changing it up. Daly, beautiful vision to work that little sliver that you had for that line shot.
Tigers extend the lead to 2 points. Beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel in this opening set. Borer with the set. Gentle touch by Duran. Daly. Duran the dig. Borer. And a gentle touch, perfectly found. What a nice play by Lauren Fowler, who just checked in for the Hokies.
A beautiful shot right there, recognizing Daly was running over to pick up the tip. Watch it right front, leaving open space for Slavic to make an emergency play. Great job, Fowler.
Back to serve Olivia Angel. Taylor went down and got it. Here's Wagner off the Slavic set. Too strong for Rodriguez.
Nice job working different shots. So you saw all high off the hands was the last kill we saw from Wagner. And this one changing her shot, saying, you know what? I'm going to go cross court to that deep corner.
Tigers trying to close in on this first set victory. Slavic, boy, Lewis didn't mean to, but it ended up saving her team. Slavic setting it up. Nice job touching it by Powell.
Incredible play, Slavic. Watch what she does. She goes, I'm going to set the ones everybody thinks I'm going to tip. I'm going to tip the ones everybody thinks I'm going to set. This is just experience on your side. Going Slavic to her middle.
Tigers.
How it is to be a part of a winning program. That's what Coach Kier is building here. So you got Powell leading the way on that front row, stepping up the Clemson block overall in the ACC.
Off the Gildan serve. Too strong on the kill try by Duran.
Duran knew right away she missed her contact, sending that ball over that block.
Tigers 1 point away from an opening set victory. And Lewis denied by Adria Powell. Tigers take the 1-0 advantage in this best of 5 against Virginia Tech. Slavic serve. Set in the middle for Lewis. Rodriguez kept it going. Borer to Duran. Good job by the Tigers. Herta on that dig. Here's Rodriguez. There's Borer. That time more strength from Fowler than we saw on the point she scored earlier, and the block of the net. Kara Lewis, senior, originally from Bowie, Maryland, came to them from the Maryland Terrapins.
Great block setup to finish. Herta was trying to work around, just caught a little net on that inside cut shot. But you see overall, Borer's really trying to push offense and take risks.
Taylor's dig wide of Slavic. A 2-0 lead here to start out set number 2 for the Hokies.
The Hokies know that in this gym, they're the underdogs. There's a fearless type of mentality you have going in and wipe the first set off as you fight hard now the second.
Rodriguez serve, the dig by Taylor. Slavic sets. Big swing by Herta. Rodriguez getting it across. Slavic. Herta.
One of those swings, Pete, where you try not to work harder if you can work smarter. So instead of going hard down, ball slightly off, that's how you do it, Herta. Go through the seam of 2 defenders to work a deep shot.
Won a Gatorade Player of the Year honor in high school in her home state of Illinois. Transfer from Penn State for this Clemson squad. Block of the net.
Oh, get that. That'll get some momentum on your side. You have Wagner with a beautiful setup and then Simonton on the help close. But I have a feeling, and that looks like it was just in Wagner's hands.
2 quick points by Clemson. Make it 3.
Volleyball is a game of momentum. It was the block by Wagner and Simonton at the net to really steal it. And that takes a little want to or motivation away from the Virginia Tech side.
And the first service error of this second set.
You know, a lot of times McGrath is a hitter.
The service errors, by the way, drive you crazy, don't they?
Well, just how they do it, because McGrath, this is her 3rd for the match. If she snaps her hand, a lot of times if you're a hitter, your fingers come over and your hand folds over. But when you're a server, you got to hold that palm all the way through your shot.
I would think they would be an annoyance that no player ever wants to endure. And that time, Wagner just unable to dig it the way she wanted to. But nonetheless, things remain tight. Hokies now with a 4-3 advantage in set number 2.
I would say I wouldn't get annoyed as much as I would just want to help them.
And you do a lot of coaching, and I would think obviously you work on serving, and I know there are many techniques as the Williams serve is too strong, but I would suppose there are many techniques in developing the young players, as you and many coaches do, in terms of how to avoid service errors as best you can.
Yeah, you work on it, but that's the concept. A hitter has to train their hand to stay flat through a floater serve instead of coming over, because the minute you come over, you're going to pull that ball low.
We just saw that nice technique by Taylor, but she's unable to get the dig, and the Hokies get the point.
That was a moment Boer says, yep, I can do it too. McKenna Slavic can put it away, but let me run forward. Left hand slam tip, a little deceptive. Taylor making a move, but just not enough.
Pretty move by Hannah Boer. Known more for her assists and her digs and good serving. 2nd in the ACC, in fact, in assists coming into the weekend. Over 1,000 in her career. They moved to a 5-1 this year. That apparently has really made her more effective in their system this season compared to last year. Taylor's dig is Slavic in the middle, but Powell rejected at the net. There was Sydney Peterson.
You are correct. Hannah Boer making her way into a 5-1 offense, which means she gets to stay on the court for all 5 rotations instead of the 6-2 where you only get to play 3. That's where you really develop the leadership skills and running that offense as like the quarterback.
Set up across the net, but Wagner a little bit too strong. Wagner making as big of an impact as any freshman has in this Clemson program in a while, but she and her team down by 3 points here.
She already has 3 blocks for this match, just showing her presence today.
Tigers down by 3 after winning the first set. Wagner too strong at the net. Boer had no answer.
Great one-on-one set. It all started with a pass. You get the ball at the net. McKenna Slavic can put her hitter one-on-one.
Out of the timeout. Served by Gilden. Boer with a big set. That's why Dupre came into this match with over 150 kills.
Get that set, Boer. Watch how low that ball goes. Barely clearing the antenna. That created her seam for Dupre to rip it.
Wagner getting it across. Boer, and that time Lewis delivers. We've seen her get a point by block in this set, now with a kill.
Where Virginia Tech thrives is when you see Borer at the net. She's able to work the seam outside fast, and then a slide attack is going down for a kill today.
Slavic, blocked to the net by Lewis. Another opportunity. Here's Wagner. Peterson, Lewis, and then Dupre. Wagner. Got it in. Waiting on that call. It was mighty close.
Nice rip in transition. You got Slavic leaning back, giving that one-on-one. That's how you do it. Wagner trying to put enough topspin in to not get that called challenge for an in and out.
Kennedy Wagner off the serve. Dupre. Nice job getting it past Slavic.
When a hitter is about 5 to 8 feet off the net, is a timing issue with the block. Dupre went up, delayed her swing, and Slavic was falling down so she could get it through the block.
Hokies the 4-point advantage. Slavic behind her, and a gentle touch by Powell. She can block him. She can also tap him across. 84 kills coming into the match.
It helps us to be 6'2" with that extension. You'd love to see this set distribution. Slavic is going right side, middle, really mixing it up.
Give the point to the Tigers.
Little out of rotation. Let's see who's going to win this, because Virginia Tech setter Borer is really fighting that she's in the correct rotation. Referee Del Hughes is trying to clarify situations.
Speaking with Marcy Byers, the Hokies head coach, and one of her assistants. Byers closing in on 300 wins in her 18-season career as a head volleyball coach. Point stands. Tigers within 2 as Powell serves. Borer setting it up. Nice reaction by Wagner. Symington got it across. Rodriguez. Dupre, gentle touch. Slavic sets. Good job by Herta to keep it alive. Gilden gets it across. The rally continues. Williams delivers.
The scramble back and forth, but right here, somebody is hot. Borer really wants to win this, not happy about the out of rotation call, and then just lit a fire with her team fighting hard for that point.
Hokies back up by 3. So for those who may not be all that familiar with the intricacies of the rules, on the previous point that Clemson was awarded, there was apparently movement before the serve by Virginia Tech?
Correct. Coach, referee Del Hughes said the setter moved before the whistle to cause her to be out of rotation.
Kind of like a false start in football.
Correct. Every setter does it.
To Borer. Block of the net, Symington. She's been so good at that in her first year in the program. Another block. Lewis got it over. Slavic. For Herta. And the point for Clemson.
Miss Kenna Slavic's pump fake at the net. When she dropped her arms and shot it out, that's what gave your hitter, watch her, drop her arms, everyone jumps, and oh, I think she's gonna take it, and that's how you give your hitter one-on-one at the net. Nice job, Slavic.
Kenna Slavic serve. Borer setting up Dupre again. Great effort by Taylor, but a little bit too strong.
Duran went up and then turned that ball hard and inside. Great cut shot with authority.
Ilana Rodriguez, their team leader in service aces. Slavic getting it to Daly. Daly went for the block with her teammate Symington, but the point will go to Virginia Tech.
When you have 2 tall, aggressive players going up at the same time, that was a team fight to get that overpass. I was one of the shorter players, so anytime you see a taller player go up, you're like, just go ahead on that one.
Yield. Biggest lead so far in set number 2 for the Hokies. Slavic close to the net. Great set for Symington. Great dig on the other side. That's what makes Angel a promising player in this program for the Hokies. Daly, Angel again. Duran did a fabulous job, but Borer couldn't keep it in.
Slavic's really doing a good job fighting hard. She's putting balls on the run that gives her hitter a drop-in shot. So Daly taking that rip, but all-around game today. McKenna Slavic's fighting hard, making good choices.
McGrath tries to get Clemson a little bit closer. Borer right in the middle. Daly. Borer couldn't handle it, and a great effort by Rodriguez. Tigers get a little bit closer.
Great job passing. When Slavic's at the net, she can give her hitter one-on-one. You're going to see that often. And the same thing with Borer. But who can get that pass to stick it right on the net?
Angel had a hard time handling the serve. Gets it back across after some help from Duran. Boy, a nice kill. Symington continuing to grow her role up front.
And once again, setters at the net. One-on-one opportunity coming. Just giving an open court, making defenders try to read around one blocker.
Freshman out of Excelsior, Minnesota, came in with 78 kills on the season. Rodriguez getting it across. McGrath setting it up. Symington off 2 Hokies.
Guessing where the ball's going. It's not real. They're not really sure where they're going to set up. But again, you got Slavic at the net, one-on-one opportunity. This is like boom, like with a little drum set. The ball is going to the floor.
Good to see you brought your own sound effects today, too.
You're like, it's all, and I don't know what comes out of my head, man.
4-0 run for the Tigers. We're tied at 13. And Duran with the answer.
That's heart right there, not going away. Duran took that in her own hands, saying, you know what? Send me this ball to the outside. I know we're struggling on passing right now, but out of system, tight enough, I can make it happen through the seam.
Williams came all the way from Hawaii to play at Virginia Tech. She's back to serve. Wagner the dig. Here's McGrath setting up the freshman. Rejected at the net.
A beautiful setup on that block by setter Borer. At 6 feet tall, she's able to get a strong blocking presence. And then her middle, making the compose, is Peterson.
Hokies now answering the 4-0 run by Clemson, moving back in front by 2 points. Taylor, Slavic comes over. Wagner. Rodriguez. Borer. Duran, nice job by Wagner. Rush to the net. McGrath gets it in.
Now right there, Pete, is when you can see it's a good idea to use a little top spin and snap coming over on your attack. So McGrath just getting a friendly, but watch her wrist come over. Trying to get that top spin and catching it right off the net.
McGrath now a sophomore. Had a nice freshman season. Devin Taylor, the junior. Springs, Texas, back to serve. Tigers try to tie this set up again. Here's Borer. Williams off the ceiling, played well McGrath, and a good job by Powell to get it over. Borer this time for Duran. Give her the point.
One thing, if you're home watching, you want to see how many times Borer, the setter for Virginia Tech, is actually setting from the net, and the same thing from Slavic. You know, Pete, one time I had a Brazilian teammate. She said to me when she was trying to learn English, she was like, no pass, no play. You pass, you play. As simple as that. You get that ball, stick the pass, you can run your offense. If you can't, everything's out of system.
Daly. Rodriguez really good at digging, but when power like that's coming at you, really hard to respond.
So hot and powerful, going deep on that line shot. You saw Rodriguez coming in short, expecting, and Daly took full advantage of that.
Set at the net. Peterson got it across, and then Taylor responds for Clemson. Big swing that time. And the Nevada transfer in her second season at Virginia Tech. Sydney Peterson has the Hokies back up by 2.
Great slide attack by Peterson. It's been automatic, that slide, and then going back to serve. I know when you're playing defense and you pre-lock your hands and swing to the ball, instead of setting your shoulder angle, you'll create a swinging motion. That equals a shank.
Tigers drop it in.
Powell, not only she can do it in the middle, but she can swing high in the outside, smiles all around, happy with that tip shot.
Tigers have not led in this second set. Duran's dig. Borer sets up Dupree. Nice block of the net by Powell. That's what she does. Williams will push across. Powell, Slavic, Herta. Tied again, this time at 17.
McKenna Slavic, she pump fakes her arms. Watch how she puts her arms down. Everybody thought she was gonna tip the ball, and that gave enough time for the middle to be late on that close. Awesome, just awesome.
Wagner's serve. Clemson again tries to take a lead in this second set. There was almost miscommunication there. Wagner gets it across. Rodriguez. Here's Borer. There's Dupre. Stays in. I wouldn't be stunned if Jackie Simpson-Keir goes for the card.
The bench is looking at her. Half the players don't, the majority are saying, coach, that ball was in. Don't use your challenge card right now. But great line shot. Dupre working it.
Boy, I don't know. That looked like it was on the other side of the line, but nonetheless, 18-17 Hokies. Slavic for Wagner. That's just power for the freshman from Valparaiso, Indiana.
Such confidence going back row to a freshman with playing ACC volleyball. These points count, and Slavic running forward, trusting Wagner was going to arrive.
Served by Powell. Williams the dig. A little touch by Borer over to Dupre. Slavic. Herta got it across. Borer for Lewis. What a beautiful set. 528 assists coming in for Hannah Borer, and Kara Lewis has benefited from many of them so far this season.
Speed is the name of the game for setter Borer. She knows that Lewis is going to be up. That's a great distance set. It's a 3. In the Midwest, they call it a B. Nice flat ball with a distance to the middle.
Served by Sierra Cates, sophomore out of Temecula, California. Symington blocked to the net. That doesn't happen often.
Big block right there, Pete. When you go up by 2 late in the set, that's a big momentum swing for Virginia Tech as Clemson was creeping back point after point.
Duran fired up. She and Lewis helping to create the point for Virginia Tech. They move back up by what that meant during the offseason to building chemistry on this squad. Hokies by 2. Tigers back within 1.
So fun for a setter. As you're running forward and the ball is tight, you know you're going to have a moving block coming with you, so it's not a stationary type of tip. Nice job working the hands to get that one to drop, Slavic.
Back to serve, McKenna Slavic. Rodriguez set it a little further than Duran would have wanted. Taylor. Daly. Great job by Cates. Or rather Angel, but it's not enough, and the Tigers tie it up at 20.
Let's talk about that huge timeout. So you had one more rotation. You have Daly back in the front row. Slavic getting that tip to then go back to serve, and then out of system. Your player that is hot right now is Daly. Keep feeding her.
Rodriguez. Here's Borer. Duran. And the point for the Tigers. Clemson's first lead of set number 2.
Ball's going to the middle.
Slavic to serve. Borer sets up behind her. Fowler's effort returned, and the Tigers get the point as Daly with that power on the right side.
Can't tell you how important that point out of that timeout was. And now, right now, Clemson is cruising, taking a 4-point swing.
They trailed by 4 points earlier in this set. Fowler, nice dig by Slavic. Taylor gonna set it up. Herta, too strong.
It's so hard when you're Devin Taylor, taking that bump set. You know you want to mix it up, but when you have a hot hand Daly, it's like, why not try to force a bump set to get her the ball? She's putting balls away.
Rodriguez serve, and Taylor unable to get a dig. That's rare. Devin Taylor so efficient. Team leader with nearly 220 coming in. We're even now at 22.
You'd love to see it. You got libero going after libero. You take that personal.
Again, Ilana Rodriguez to serve. Slavic setting it up. Daly, what a great dig by Borer. Rodriguez for Duran. Slavic again for Daly, blocked at the net by Peterson. Duran with the swing, and Virginia Tech moves back in front.
Borer saved the original play. I thought the ball was going down, and then Borer came through, picked up an amazing scramble, kept the ball. Watch how low that game. Wow, great set delivery, and then Duran putting it through that seam.
Ilana Rodriguez tries to get the Hokies within a point of a win this set. Set up for Symington, rejected by Peterson. And now it is set point for the Hokies.
As a middle, you set in front of your middle to block, and then you jump to the angle where you see the attacker going. Great job, Peterson, stepping in on that cut shot to take it away.
Rodriguez serve, catches the net. Sometimes just bounces your way, and the Hokies coming off the deck. They trailed by too late. They get a 25-22 win in set number 2. First the other night against Georgia Tech. Underway in set number 3. Slavic in the middle for Symington with power.
When you have a little break, you have time as a coach to remind your offense and players what to do. So from a distance, Slavic trying to force Symington and coming up with that.
Devin Taylor. Duran. Angel got it across. Slavic sets it up. Gentle touch of the net by Powell. Rodriguez. Fowler. Too strong.
You like the idea. So Fowler came under that ball, not able to connect and give it any type of topspin. The idea was there. So that right side attack going against Wagner, you'll probably see that unless they can get the middle going with Peterson and Lewis.
Homecoming match for Fowler. Played at Powdersville High over in eastern Anderson County. Has to be a thrill for her and her family. At the net, Virginia Tech getting its first point.
If you can't get through them, you work them. So right there, you see Duran trying to work the tall hands and catching that ball through.
Ilana Rodriguez serves from a volleyball family. Her sister plays at Miami. That time, though, the service error gives Clemson a third point.
You love a volleyball family because of your sisters or brother. You have a pepper partner right at home. You can just go in that backyard, go in a driveway at a park, get some touches in.
Served by Gilden. Fowler, one-hander by Taylor. Wagner. Borer the dig. Rodriguez. At the net, Slavic. Taylor. Backpedaling was Angel. I think she just kind of didn't have an angle to do anything. And the Tigers extend the lead to 3.
Brilliant play by Devin Taylor. So out of system, she saw her teammates in a scramble, and she just chucks it back to the deep corner, shocking everybody.
Good delivery by Peterson. That's how you get to 1,000 points in your career. She's closing in.
The way to beat height is with speed. You saw Peterson, she didn't have to hit a hard ball. She just had to beat the block and then cause the defense not set up. Great job in execution.
Williams to serve. Slavic sets it. Really nice dig by Angel. Great save by Duran. Rodriguez got it back across. Here's Slavic. Powell. Might see that combo. Veterans, both of them, begin working here in the later sets.
Going with the game plan. Slavic's going, I'm going to set my middle as often as possible. Nice job going to that deep corner off the hands by Powell.
Wagner the serve. Slavic. If it were basketball, you'd call that a slam dunk.
Yes. Two-handed. That isn't two-handed, you get up higher. Nice job, Slavic, all over that. But Wagner with that kill, or the ace, almost going hard. Nice shot.
Wagner's serve returned across. Slavic again in the middle for Powell. Great dig by Slavic. Hilden got it across. Behind her, Bohr set up Peterson. Slavic in the middle again for Powell. The Tigers really attacking in the middle in this set. At the net, pushed across Duran. Give her the point.
Such a great job by Duran to go to the right instead of going just straight down, because Slavic was turning to block. She worked the ball to the right of the blocker.
So why would they be attacking more toward the middle here?
If you go head to head with a blocker, it's like a joust coming at you. You want to be the first one to touch the ball and then send it to a different direction instead of going head to head with the blocker going up second.
And we'll touch across by Powell. Kill try, Peterson, blocked by Herta.
Nothing better is when you get a block solo on an attempt that's been going for a kill. Herta taking that personal, one-on-one, putting it down.
Katie Herta, big addition. She had 8 kills the other night against Wake Forest. That was her 5th here this afternoon. Hokies get the point back.
Young setters, that is how you slam tip a ball right there. You put some authority, some gusto on it. Don't try to give it soft. You try to beat it right to a defender.
Peterson serves, skimming the net. Set up for Herta. Dupre. Slavic, big swing, but Herta unable to keep it in.
That was the right idea. A shot you want back for sure if you're Herta. She's been doing well on that block side offensively, but she wants that one back for sure.
Symington would love to have that one back.
You'll see, Pete, when you watch passing, and this is for players at home, when you have a lot of movement on a moving ball, you have more chance to hit that shank. You want a nice, quiet ball and arms to redirect.
Herta tries again. Lewis, effective at the net. Maryland transfer, the senior out of Bowie, Maryland.
Coach Players talks about the grit and determination that her team has learned through the preseason. Really making it pay off today, working hard in this 3rd set. And you're seeing this year that I've never seen her get her hitters so much one-on-one. It's just edible for the put away.
Tigers getting the point. Back in front by 1 here in set number 3, 1-1. A couple of teams desperate to break into the ACC win column on this Sunday afternoon in Jervey Gym. Katie Herta and Clemson taking the opening set. Virginia Tech responding in set number 2. Rodriguez for Bohr. Lewis came across, and Herta was right there for Clemson.
That was the right attempt. I would go right back to it. You got one-on-one opportunity. You just mishit it a little bit, but the shot is there. Lewis on that slide is nice.
Slavic. Bohr sets it up for Lewis. Nice touch coming across. Taylor. Herta. Boy, that's become a deadly weapon. Katie Herta on the outside.
You saw in her last 3 attempts, they're all different shots. She worked line the previous 2. In this one, she's like, I think my block's going to take me line. Let me go inside.
Served by Slavic. Tigers extending the lead to 3. Lewis helps the Hokies get right back at it. You may remember her dad if you followed ACC basketball back in the day. Cedric Lewis played basketball for the Maryland Terrapins. That's where Kara, his daughter, began her volleyball career. Now she's a Virginia Tech Hokie.
I bet she did a layup or so with that, how easy that slide looks.
Probably not all
foot.
that bad at hoops growing up either for Kara Lewis. Good job by the Hokies to keep it alive. Tigers getting out of system there. Lewis. And the Hokies will get the point.
With the little net movement, Clemson getting called. I thought there was actually net movement early on through that rally. I'm surprised there's no challenge card reaching for.
Hannah Borer out of Lewis Center, Ohio. Slavic gets there just in time. Taylor pushing it across. Recovered by Williams. And the Tigers drop one in, you might say.
Ooh, sneaking away with that one. The ball on that first ball. Taylor was trying to get somebody to play after that serve-receive pass, and Clemson sneaking away with that point.
Mia McGrath, the Clemson sophomore, with the serve. Borer. Prey might have mistimed things. Symington. Looked like it was going to be big. Instead, turned out to be little. But the point counts either way, and the Tigers up by 3.
This is why you set your middle. You get them going. It doesn't matter if it's a hard kill. A lot of times a whiff kill will drop because defenders are expecting a hard shot.
Borer setting it up. Running into it was Duran. Slavic for Wagner. Nice block of the net by Williams and Lewis, but to no avail. Clemson's lead is 4. And we've got a timeout on the court.
Such composure of McKenna Slavic, dropping down, getting her defender out of the way to make that set. Right now, you feel the momentum on the side, but watch her drop down. That's how you do it, trying to make it work, and then Wagner going high off the hands. Defenders for Virginia Tech right now sitting a little bit. A win today feels so close, yet so far away, because at any given point, these teams can turn it on.
And Virginia Tech played competitively against a very good Florida State team, losing in 5 sets at home in their ACC opener about a week and a half ago. Wagner, but too strong on the kill try.
The idea was there. Wagner was trying to go for that same shot Herta went for, is that deep corner, trying to hit that paw. This is a great time, Pete, to get Daly a ball. I know it's been in system, get the middles involved, but Daly has been the hot hand. It's just in that rotation in the second set that they tried to go first tempo with her when she's been crushing Virginia Tech on second tempo balls, which is like antenna height.
Taylor unable to get the dig that time. So now the Hokies back within a couple of points.
Angel going straight at Taylor.
She was on a very good AAU national team, was Angel. Now a freshman in this Hokies program. And too strong for Daly, and just like that, it's a 1-point set.
Clemson has heat, so you just saw with Wagner swing and then now with Daly. When your arm's coming through, but your hand contact to give it topspin is not matching, that's when you can sail it long.
Hokies give one back. You know, frankly, watching the talents of Daly, who really, now that she's fully healthy and kind of has gotten it figured out with another year in the program, but watching her talents near the net, adding in Herta and Wagner, among others, I'm really surprised the kills deficit is what it is for Clemson. You got to think it improves as time goes on here. Gentle touch near the net. Hit the point to the Tigers. Sarah Malinowski just into the match. Don't think we've seen her on the floor yet for the Hokies. Had a pretty good opportunity to deliver a point for Virginia Tech. Up by 3 is Clemson. Taylor to serve.
Nice.
And Virginia Tech with the answer.
You can feel Virginia Tech with setter Boers just waiting for that pass going, I know I can get Lewis one-on-one. She can take a hitter, any blocker, because of her jumping ability and her fast attack. Great job.
Kara Lewis, another kill. 7 so far for her. Second best on her team to this point. Wagner rejected. Sydney Peterson, 6'1". Transfer from Nevada.
Not going anywhere is Virginia Tech. Clemson just feels like they got momentum. They were cruising a little bit, but Virginia Tech, this is the character building that Coach Byers wants to show with their team.
Rodriguez. Hokies back within a point. Duran gets it over. McGrath, Slavic, Wagner. Powerful freshman.
Slavic with almost a double fake to dish this ball to the outside. Watch how she hesitates. Coils up a little bit. That's another way to give your hitter one-on-one, causing the middle Peterson just to hold enough to create that seam.
McKenna Gilden, highly recruited libero for this Clemson team. Another serve for her. And Duran, too strong on the kill attempt.
Duran trying to avoid the block, going really hard, sharp around. I would love to see her because she's been getting kills trying to go high into the hands of the block.
Borer will set it up for Duran. Good job at the net. Slavic was there. Here's Wagner again. Youth shall be served. Another kill as the Tigers build on this third set lead.
As a hitter, you tried to make the defender shift. So we saw the deep corner shots by Wagner in this one. She knew defenders were going to shift to their left. Let me try the line shot.
Borer, another set for Duran. Great job on the dig by Gilden, but the Hokies will get the point. Great reaction by McKenna Gilden. You see her skills. Number 2 libero recruit in the class of 23. And Jackie Simpson-Keir with something to say to the nearby official.
So the call in the court was a double contact, and Coach Keir is saying, how is that possible? Because my player played it with one hand. I bet you lip read. Anybody got that one?
18-15 Tigers. Williams back to serve for Virginia Tech.
Ooh, too close to call on this angle.
Slavic thought about the set. Instead, gets the point.
Just the evolution of McKenna Slavic is incredibly impressive. She's been using the pump fake all day to set outside. This one, she's going to use it to my advantage to take the slam tip for the point.
Big smile over to her head coach after that one.
Playing mind games. That's what Slavic's doing today.
We saw her counterpart Borer on Virginia Tech with a similar move back in the opening set. Slavic this time will go for the assist, and Powell delivers.
Yes, Powell doing a changeup instead of going on the hard shot, taking the cut back, working it to the left. A power and authority.
Out of the timeout, 5-point advantage. Wagner will serve, looking to build on that. Duran, Gilden with the dig. Slavic setting it up for Herta. Nice block of the net, Peterson. Slavic. Rodriguez, and Duran will try again. Point for Virginia Tech. Powell just couldn't keep it in.
Duran's game, you see when she tries to avoid the block going hard inside, she's missing that long. This time, the last 3 swings, she's going into the hands of the blocker, trying to work power. That's how you get the tool.
Within 4 as Duran serves. Taylor, gentle touch of the net. Good recovery by Herta. Peterson blocked by Herta. Herta, and the Tigers get the point.
Little friendly trash talking across the net. Not so much. You saw Borer really fighting for a violation from the Clemson block of Herta, and they looked at each other. It was like, no, I wasn't under. One of those moments, the closest you get to talking trash in volleyball.
Look at the work by Herta. Right on Borer. Tigers by 5. Powell had a lot of sink on that serve. Slavic. There's Herta. Nice block by Peterson. In the middle, Wagner, and Peterson, another rejection.
Peterson has great reads on the block. She's able to set up, see where that ball is going to drop. Watch how she beats Wagner to the spot and then makes the jumping read as Wagner clips at top of the net.
Seven to 6 in blocks now for the Hokies. Slavic able to save it. Herta got it across. Williams, Borer, Lewis. Studying to be an orthodontist. That time, didn't use the drill. Instead, simply some guile to get the ball in the right place to get the point. Slavic, quick push. Borer with the left hand. Here's Taylor. There's Herta. 22-18.
Beautiful inside cut shot. Just when you got a slide worked on you, you come right back, turning it inside, taking a little heat off to give it some major topspin. Herta, fantastic shot that's going to work throughout ACC volleyball.
Served by Slavic. Williams the dig. Borer sets it. Dupre. Talked about her in our open, and frankly, she's not necessarily been the factor at the net we thought. Gets her 4th kill of the match. Duran leads Virginia Tech, and everyone so far today with 10 kills.
The reason for that is Clemson's block is doubling her every single time. They're given, you see on the backside, Lewis is one-on-one on the slide attack. That means Clemson's block is fully committing over to Dupre, saying, okay, Lewis, go ahead, beat us one-on-one if you can. And guess what, Pete? She's doing it right now.
Slavic gonna set it up. Daly back on the floor. Symington, I don't know if she intended to get it across the net. Duran, Wagner, Slavic. Another try by Daly. Nice block. Great job by Williams. Hokies inch a little close. Played a very good Georgia Tech team. Tough to start out ACC play. Too strong on the serve. Tigers will take it. 23-20.
That's what you call a coach's point right there. Coach Kier taking the timeout, and the next serve was out of bounds. Nice job, Coach.
Mia McGrath back to serve. Jackie Simpson Kier hoping your team can take a 2-1 lead. 2 points away from doing that. Borer in the middle. Williams just too strong as she approached the net.
All the yeses right there. It's a different team when you stick passes for Virginia Tech. You have a setter Borer that can run the show. Mixing up the offense, you saw the blocker one-on-one. That is how you do it. Beautifully done, and the put away by Williams.
Just her 2nd kill of the match. Wet spot on the floor. Devin Taylor attending to it. Big spot for Olivia Angel, the freshman from just outside of Nashville. 10 service aces in her first year with the Hokies. Slavic, Daly, nice job. Daly used that right arm, but instead of a swing, just kind of a tap.
Great heads-up play by Daly, recognizing her setter Slavic was in trouble, so she entered on her approach faster to make that save. Beautifully done.
Set point. Tigers took the opening set 25-20. Hokies responded with a 25-22 victory in set number 2.
What you're seeing right now, Clemson's definitely passing better, getting their middles involved, but to finish off the match, they're going to need the offense of Daly on the right side.
Taylor the serve. Rodriguez. Borer. Nice dig, Taylor, but too strong as the kill was delivered by Duran.
The experience of Duran in her grad year, saying, I'm not scared of a block. If you're late, I know you're going to be a blind shot behind the blocker for the defender, cutting that ball nicely inside.
11 kills to lead in the match for either side for the Missouri transfer. So now Rodriguez back to serve. St. John's transfer, originally from the Big Apple. Slavic, nice job to set up Taylor and give the Tigers the win. In set number 3, 25-22. Clemson goes to the match win when we come back. Our buddy DJ Shea rocking the house, but just a little bit longer than I guess intended. So we do it again, starting out set number 4. And that just didn't go well on the serve by Slavic, and the Tigers get point number 1.
Sometimes as a student athlete, you feel pressure. You want to go out, you're feeling pressure in the classroom, on the court. But when you get to play this game, you just have to let go and play as hard as you can, because volleyball is always fun. You see that in your 5th year with Slavic, playing some fun volleyball.
Maybe this will be Dupre's set, delivering the kill.
Yeah, Dupre so solid. She's been quiet because the Clemson's block setting up, but you love to see her setter board saying, you know what, even though I have a block in front of me, go ahead, feed me the ball, I can work around it.
5th kill for the Alexandria, Virginia native. Junior in this program out of Flint Hill High. Borer sets up Duran that time. Symington unable to get the block, and the Hokies go up 2-1.
Such a smart shot by an outside hitter, because you see Herta going to her right, trying to come off the net. When you cut it back inside to make the defender go left, a lot of times they're leaning.
Angel serve. And Clemson unable that time to get something going.
As you mentioned, Pete, I was a setter. So as a setter, you read the arm contact of a player, but you see a lot of times when the players shank, their arms are going a little crazy, a lot of motion. You want to make sure you give that setter your forearm read on that ball.
Symington, the set by Taylor. Daly right there, or rather set by Slavic. Daly gets the point. Now, you were a setter, but you just weren't any old setter. All-America at Georgia Tech. Really not that long ago, but a storied career. And again, I would suppose when you're able to play at the level you did, you see some things that maybe the average volleyball coach, for that matter, doesn't necessarily see. As Duran went for the kill, Rodriguez keeps it alive for Borer.
The only reason I was successful was because I had solid passing throughout my entire career. Like they could stick fast, his forearms were on me to get my first step read. And then you see Borer at the net right now. That's where I ran my game because of the passing. So right now you're seeing Virginia Tech sticking passes, getting your setter on the net. That is how it's done. And then you can force your middle when you're slightly off, because you know Lewis will get there.
So the Hokies go up by 2. Remember, they responded in set number 2. Built a 4-point advantage then, and then had a rally late to get the victory. Borer setting it up in the middle. Peterson, great try by Wagner, but the Hokies will move in front 5-2.
When we talked to Coach Byers, we asked, what was the difference in your preseason? What did you see to make it so successful? She said, my players really learned how to fight and have grit throughout the entire match, and you're seeing that in this moment.
Rodriguez serve. Nice try by McGrath, but unable to save it. So all Hokies so far. Jackie Simpson-Keir does not like.
Long rallies is key, but even more key is passing to play. You stick the pass, this offense is solid. You got to get Daly back in this offense, because your middle's been good, but Daly's got to put some balls away.
And there she is. Boy, didn't you set that up nicely?
I had this intuition that was needed, and I love when Clemson, or whatever team I'm calling, steps up and performs.
That was the mind of a setter transformed into the mind of a broadcaster.
And because I'm looking down, and Coach Simpson-Keir was slightly younger than me, she was a credible setter, so we're on the same page of how we think.
And a block that time by Wagner. She delivered kills in the last set, showing the ability to stay up there and send it right back.
Great setup on the one-on-one opportunity. She beat the hitter to the spot. Good job, Wagner.
6-4. Taylor the serve. Angel, Borer, Duran. One of the few times today we've not seen her execute on a kill try.
The right idea, going hard on inside shot, just not clearing that net. But you see Clemson, it's the winning long rallies, the momentum on your side. This is your home court. You have to defend it.
Devin Taylor. Borer again for Duran, and that time Powell and Daly were waiting for it.
You look across the net, this is the 4th set. You see Clemson really figuring out the serve-receive offense. The last few balls in this serve-receive pattern, they're going out to Duran. So you can see more of an effort to get that close by Powell.
Taylor's serve, Borer. Duran snuck in to get it across. Slavic now with a set for Wagner. Great job by Duran to keep it alive. Slavic, Powell, another dig by Borer. Rodriguez, Pierce, who checked in, has not seen action for Virginia Tech since earlier this season, and the Hokies will get the point.
I like the idea right there. Wagner taking a power swing, going high into the hands, but just a little better discipline on that block to hold strong without much movement.
Peterson at 6-1 in the middle. It's been very effective in this match today. Hokies back in front by a point. Sydney Peterson from the state of Washington began her career out at Nevada. How did she get to Virginia Tech in Blacksburg? Well, she had some friends who were swimmers at Virginia Tech, and they, I guess, talked up the school big. How they ended up Virginia Tech is anyone's guess, assuming they were from Mountain, Washington. Anyway, here she is helping out, but the Tigers that time with some good work in the middle.
You love the recruiting stories for all of these players. Like, Powell, how did you get here from Ohio State and send that deep corner tip? Love to see it. Everybody has that destination of where they're supposed to be. I love it.
Dig by Cates. Duran. Push across Wagner. Point for the Hokies. They move back in front. Tigers trying to avenge a loss in Blacksburg a year ago. Clemson also hoping to avoid going to a 5th set for a 9th time this year when they play 5-set matches this season. Jackie Simpson-Keir and the Tigers are 3-6. Gilden sets it up for Wagner. And there's Peterson with her pal Borer to send it right back.
That's the power shot Wagner was going on the previous attempt. This one just getting it off the middle blocker. I love it. Just pure power and catching the angle.
But the Tigers end up getting the point.
Correct.
I thought it stayed in, but Clemson even sings at 8. Another block that time. Who else but Powell involved with Slavic?
Blocking is all about angles. So you saw Wagner take that swing, get the tool out of bounds, and this one, Slavic clamped in, got the full angle to get that block back into the court.
Wagner again to serve. Rodriguez the dig. Borer setting it up for Dupre. Powell with the look that she was about to expect a whistle, but play continues. Pushed by Borer. Really good dig by Gilden. Virginia Tech, though, gets the point.
One thing about Wagner she'll develop throughout her career is that she's a freshman right now, so she's trying to, everything's got to be hard. When you know, as you get older, where open court is, you just have to place it more than put it as really hard.
Service error. And for the Hokies, that is their 7th in the match. Adria Powell out of Hubbard, Ohio, gives the Tigers another point. They move in front by 2.
Great serve on the angle. You got a 6-2 extension on that serve. That ball came right at the serve receive passer's eyes and then dropped fast.
Powell 10 service aces as the day began. Give her another. How about Adria Powell taking things over with service?
You just love that experience shining through today by Powell. That previous attempt on the serve went deep. This one, she drops it short.
A little bit too early on the sink on that attempt. 5 service errors for the Clemson team.
And you look across the net for Virginia Tech. This is a good blocking front row. You have Lewis back offensively, and then this is Clemson. You got Hertas in the outside.
Taylor gets it across. Rodriguez, Borer. The swing for Pierce. Oh, that's got to feel good for the freshman out of Charlotte. Played very early in her first season with the Hokies, but injury had kept her out of the lineup. They're happy to get her back and got her into action here in our 4th set.
And that's exactly what we're talking about with Wagner. You saw how she just try to hit it as hard as she can to open court. You saw Pierce take that swing. It didn't have a lot of heat. It was simple topspin placement right inside zone 5 and zone 6, which is right inside the line to get that seam.
Wagner, the freshman for the Tigers, stepping up. Maybe Pierce will do likewise in the 4th set for Virginia Tech after pulling them within a point. Off the serve, Slavic behind her for Symington. Good dig by Duran. Hey, got it across. Blocked at the net was Herta. So we've seen them now go to Dupre a couple of times on the outside. Herta did her best to try to save that for Clemson.
Got a little bloody nose action, I think, on the court.
And we will get a timeout to attend to that issue. Although, we're also going to have a replay. It'll be our first of the afternoon.
This is a good time to even use your challenge call if you're Coach Kier. This is the exact same rotation. When Slavic is one rotation away to go to serve, this is where Clemson got stuck the last time in the 2nd set, and this was the major timeout that was called. So even though this is not a timeout, it's a good time to take it to create a lull in the action. Yeah.
So is there a violation at the net? That's what's being determined. And wouldn't that be a quick turn of events for Herta and the Tigers?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to get called for a net.
And Clemson gets the point. And Herta, bloodied but not beaten. They've gotten that issue taken care of. And the smile because her team now goes up by 2 instead of being tied at 12 apiece.
That was a play-on moment because the blocker touched the ball and the rally continues, so the ball wasn't dead, and getting called a replay is what we're playing with.
Marcy Byers hoping her team and apparently wanting some clarity, trying to get her team to bounce back again and send this to a 5th set.
In this rotation, Clemson either needs a Wagner back row attack or a Herta kill on the outside.
So now they actually reversed it. They had made it a 13-11 match, but then the clarity was that the point was not overturned. It tied us back up with that point. So I think what they did is they just waved the point off because it was showing 12-12. Then it showed 13-11. Then it showed 12-11. Now it's 12-12. So all of that for this. Slavic at the net. Lewis gets the point.
The offensive Pearson at the right side stepping in, 2 kills in a row, and then you have the defensive game by Lewis to just be ready for that overpass. Virginia Tech here to play.
Kara Lewis again making an impact. Top 5 in the ACC in hitting percentage entering the weekend. We've seen why during this match today.
This is the serve-receive rotation you can see Clemson get stuck in. They're going to have to figure it out because if the ACC sees this, they're going to take full advantage of trying to push points.
Some questions being asked of the official by the Hokies head coach. Big by Gilden. In the middle, but Wagner too strong.
I love a challenge call, and then the blockers realize it was off of a touch. They all look at each other and they go, "Did you touch it?" And they go through the line to see if any of their teammates actually touched it.
So for a second time in the past few points, once again, a video review. Clemson challenging, hoping that fire off the swing by Wagner either caught a fingertip of either of the two right in front of her for Virginia Tech.
So because this block is further away, this might be a better view to see here, because that block was pretty far away from the first view.
Boy, 3 Hokies, Duran, Lewis, and also Pierce simultaneously making a skyline for Wagner to hit into. The odds increased by 2 more hands there. Look at the great defensive positioning, though, by Virginia Tech, whether this point stays for them or goes to Clemson. I'm not sure. I guess the best opportunity for Clemson to get the overturn would be the left fingertips of number 6, Lewis.
That's what you're seeing. I'm not seeing a touch. I'm seeing that ball slightly clear because I didn't see any backward bend in the last view by the fingertips of Lewis.
And the point range of the Hokies. It appeared that it stayed above the hand of Lewis, but that was the best argument Clemson was going to be able to make in that situation.
And right away, when the challenge card was reached, Lewis looked at her teammates. I didn't touch it, and put her hands in the air like, was it you, and tried to get it down the road. So the body language looked pretty honest to me that there was no touch.
Borer serves, drops it in for Wagner. Gilden setting it up for Herta, who's too strong. Hokies by 3.
Is it too early to call, Pete, that I feel like we're going 5? Is it too early?
Get that sense. Each of these teams struggling coming in. Hokies dropping 4 straight. Tigers trying to snap a 3-game skid. Those squads trying for ACC play number 1. That swing by Symington literally knocked down Rodriguez.
Symington was like, no, Keely, we're trying to walk out of here in 4 with that slide attack. Love to see it late in the match, saying we have offense on our slide.
Symington known for her gritty and fiery play. Borer. Little fake at the net. Nice sell by Lewis. Dupre coming through to put the Hokies back up by 3.
It's about how intelligent you are in this game. You go Dupre, you go in deep into the seam between 2 defenders to work that deep corner shot. A deep corner shot to right back is never defended. Players have to cross to defend it.
Served by Angel. Wagner. Slavic. Daly. Pierce. You see why they were so excited to get her back in action.
100%. Pierce with 3 kills and then coming up with a big block in this set.
Haley Pierce went to Sun Valley High in the Charlotte area. 6'3" freshman. Right side setter for this team, but action. Angel the serve. Her team up by 4, trying to stay alive and force a 5th set. Nice setup for Herta. Tigers will take the point.
It's the spread of the offense. Clemson's really comfortable in that 3-hitter attack. You see Slavic going back to Herta on the right side. Now almost like a deep breath for Clemson, getting a point out of that rotation as we cruise.
Mia McGrath being used much more in the back row this year compared to last. Another serve for her. Duran gets it across. Daly gets it back. Nice block. Lewis is there again with Duran. Daly tries again with a punch, but too strong.
To beat any team in ACC volleyball is going to take long-term endurance. Well, again, we talked about Clemson taking a set off a 13th ranked Georgia Tech. We all know Clemson can play volleyball. When your pass and your game is going and players believe that they can do it, they're hot. But right now, Virginia Tech is just putting so much pressure on them.
How about Symington?
All the yeses right there. Symington shows she can do it in front of the setter as well. Previous kill was behind the setter. This one, beautifully set. It was like perfectly placed right into the hand of Symington.
What a great get. Just a freshman out of Minnesota. Long way from home, but a key building block for the future for the Tiger team. Borer. From behind comes Pierce.
Defensive specialist Angel just stuck a pass. You see Borer right at the net. This is one-on-one, guys. Volleyball, if you can do it, Borer, and you're looking at 2 top setters across the nation. Great job.
Freshmen on either side making impact on the last 2 points. The lead remains 4 for the Hokies. McGrath the dig. Taylor the set. Wagner, big swing. Borer. Rodriguez got it across. Great save by Borer. Wagner, not to be denied that time.
That's a run that you will need. The question is, can Clemson last, or can Virginia Tech hang on to this lead? Because when you have a player like Wagner getting confident, getting hot, she can take over a match.
McKenna Gilden back to serve. Freshman from just outside of Dallas. Had a wet spot in that part of the floor throughout the later stages of this match.
The difference is finding offense, so Clemson really stepped it up, getting Simonton the ball on that slide in the middle. That's what you need, and you will need to see with Powell if Clemson can pull off this comeback.
Gilson serves. Rodriguez, Duran. Big time kill. Had Powell and Slavic right in front of her.
That's so deceiving. You saw Duran turn her body like she was going to go blind and then works that inside cut shot. She's very good at it. Nice job.
4-point advantage. Hokies trying to even this match. Duran to serve. Slavic, quick move. Good recovery by Cates. Dig by Gilden. Push by Powell is answered. Slavic sets for Wagner on the block. There was Peterson with Bohr.
Beautiful setup and then closed by middle Peterson. Just when you felt Clemson coming back, Peter says, oh no, you don't go there.
21-16, Hokies extend the lead. Peterson from Nevada came to them from the Mountain West, playing in the ACC, second year in their program. But like her teammate Williams, who's from Hawaii, she also a good distance from home, from Sonoma, Washington. Duran will serve. Slavic sets for Wagner. That's money for the Tigers. Back within 4.
The 100% difference is when Slavic is looking at her. It's a stick. That's how you stick a pass. You're right at the net. Both blockers went with the setter and the middle to jump, and then Slavic going low to the outside. Wagner, beautifully done.
Wagner serves. Bohr across for Dupre. That's a winning combo there.
ACC volleyball, Pete. This is how you do it. You stick the pass. I'm going to say it and sound like I'm echoing. When you get it, Bohr at the net going low and flat to her outside, that's just pretty volleyball.
Off the serve, Taylor with Herda unable to save it. Hokies get a little bit closer, now up by 6. 2 points away from forcing a 5th set.
For the Hokies, you got Lewis back in your front row with Dupre for offense.
Tigers have life. Eight service errors for Virginia Tech.
Gosh, if Virginia Pack can stick the pass, you're going to go to the offense. Look at this amazing offense you got.
Lewis running into it. There was Herda at the net. Dupre. Tigers back-to-back points. Back within 4.
Great discipline on the block by Simonton, Clemson's middle, just to create those closes on the hitters.
Powell runs into the serve. Here's Bohr. Dupre. Blocked the net, Simonton. Really nice job. Slavic sets her up. Gentle touch. Drops it in. 3-0 run for Clemson.
Simonton's answering the call in this 4th set, saying, I can do it, guys. Keep giving me the ball. Slavic changing up the shot slightly behind her to drop in the tip.
Great footwork after the initial block by Simonton, the freshman. Here's Bohr for Dupre. Nice dig, Wagner. At the net, just across. As it turns out, Dupre set up by the opposition. Took advantage of it. Set point.
Amazing save by Herda just to keep the play. Watch how tight this ball is. Herda takes a good bump set, but it was pretty much an assist for Dupre to put that away.
Slavic tried to set up her teammate. Tigers will get the point. Clemson back within 3. Hokies now will receive a serve. I assume that touched a finger of a Hokies player.
Herta's hoping it did, just staying with that point.
Slavic the serve. Bohr setting up Lewis, who dunks it in. Really good dig by Herta. Daly gets the kill. Within 2.
When Daly believes in herself.
Further extend this 4th set. Slavic the serve. Bohr sets it up. The block at the net. Daly. Symington right there with her.
That's what I'm talking about with Asia Daly. It was a little switch block. They recognized Dupre was going to hit on the right side, so they put Asia Daly, strongest pin blocker, in front of Dupre.
Slavic serve. Dig by Duran. Rodriguez for Pierce. Daly the dig. Slavic the set. Here's Daly. And the rejection. Dupre and Lewis get their revenge. We're headed to a 5th. September 16th against East Carolina. Then the 22nd against Florida State. Both losses, both at home. Symington, gentle touch for the first point of set number 5.
You love that, reminding players what's open. So that one, Symington took the tip against setter Bohr. So even if Bohr would have played that ball, it's an out-of-system offense. So smart play by Symington.
That side of the floor, for some reason, is where the wet spots have been. I don't think I've seen anyone try to wipe anything off on the right side. I don't know if there's a particular issue on a regular basis there. Taylor will serve. Duran, Bohr, great job to come and save it. Pierce got it across. Slavic sets it strong for Wagner. And the Tigers take a 2-0 advantage.
Speed is the name of the game. You love to see Slavic getting the ball at the net and then just going low and flat out to Wagner. Nice pickup by McGrath on that dig. Give her a seam, Wagner's putting it down.
Devin Taylor, another serve. Bohr sets it up for Lewis.
You called it, P, when we're talking between the sets. It is all day. You got Lewis. If you get a ball to her, that ball's going down. Just pure trust. 1 block, 2 blocks, it doesn't matter. Lewis can go head-to-head with anybody.
Give her 11 kills in the match. Angel to serve. Off the McGrath dig. Duran, blocked to the net. Powell and Daly.
Daly is a different player when she's talking out there, feeling confident. When she feels it on the block, you can feel it when she comes down. Purely contagious with her energy. Teammates are loving it too.
Gilden, the freshman, with the serve for Clemson. Deep dig by Angel. Duran. She responds from Virginia Tech, brings it within 1.
Duran does a great job turning her body line and then turning her wrists out. So watch her palm contact, facing zone 4, which is an inside cut shot off the hands of Slavic.
At this point in set number 5, with a service error by Rodriguez and a 9th for Virginia Tech this afternoon, because you're only going to 15, win by 2, are you feeling any kind of sense of urgency, or is that really not set in till you get around the 10th point?
Oh, it is go time. I remember being tired in 5th sets, but you like over talk. You take all your energy physically that you're lacking and change it to communication energy. Pick off plays, try to play hard, and then force tempo that you're seeing Slavic do. But the shutdown from the freshman Pierce with that one-on-one solo takeaway. Her game has helped the Virginia Tech side.
Boy, with Pierce now healthy, what a compliment they have in the middle, along with Peterson. 4-3 Clemson. I have a feeling 15 points may not be the number that the winning team in this set has. Just as you had the vibe as the Hokies, even up before, just you with the vibe coming in, we're going to go 5 sets. It may take 20, 25 points here in our final set before the winner is declared.
These teams are so even. It's just simple volleyball. That pass and serve, how it's like volleyball 101. Execute the first ball contact. Whoever can do it better is like who wore it best.
Slavic sets it up for Powell. And now Duran. Good hustle by Gilden to keep the possession alive for Clemson. Duran. Slavic and Powell got a hand on it. Powell got a hand on it that time, and the answer. Nice rally, one of the longest we've had today. Powell.
That was a takeover, a little frustration let out on that swing. Open it up as a middle to the right side. Going one-on-one high power shot. Powell coming through.
Tigers answer back-to-back points by the Hokies. Powell not strong enough on the serve. Service error number 6 for Clemson.
And yet again, we're even, tied 5-5. Question right now, Pete, you got McGrath now going to take a swing on the outside. Can she get some offense? Being cold throughout the match, just playing back row.
McGrath reverting to a role she had quite a bit last year.
So good at this. Looking like she's going cross court and then turning it last second line. Incredible vision. And again, great set delivery to give her that shot.
And still helping up front. 86 kills coming into the match. A big one there. Clemson by 1 off the Slavic serve. Dupre. Slavic kind of saving that by push. Borer sets it up. Peterson too strong.
At this point in the match, you need the fans to step up and get some energy. And that point right there just got a little wake up from the crowd.
Marcy Byers. Hokies trying to come back and get a road win. They trail by 2. Here's Borer for Peterson. Mistimed her jump.
The mini game, the first 1 to 8. Clemson came out with that victory. That's what, like a moral victory on the court. You were like, we get to switch sides because we got the point.
Tigers by 3 here in our 5th and decisive set.
The good news for Clemson right now is that they're in a 3-hitter offense, so it's a bigger block. Gives Slavic.
Like the Clemson Tigers trying to get a 10th win overall on the year. Each of these teams looking to stop the train and get in the win column in the ACC for the first time this season. Borer, quick push, big block, Daly on Dupre. Tigers extend the lead.
Asia Daly stepping up her game. We saw it late in the 4th set, and now she's coming alive. That's a solo, guys, one-on-one straight down.
Daly out of Port Charlotte, Florida. Slavic again with the serve. Borer sets up behind her for Peterson. Slavic's dig. Daly. Little knuckler across the net. Dupre. Hokies get the point.
Little too anxious on that, catching a little net violation, but right, the Hokies are so happy, taking a deep breath to get that side out. One more rotation before Pierce comes back in the front row for a 3-hitter situation.
Sydney Peterson serve. Slavic across to Daly. And the Tigers lead is again 4 points.
Asia Daly means so much for this Clemson offense. When she is hot, it just opens so much up on the defensive side. So Daly just stepping up. That's what Clemson needs throughout the match.
Dig by Duran. There's a set by Borer for Lewis. Slavic. Daly, gentle touch. Great job, Rodriguez. Too strong for Dupre. And the lead grows to 5.
Trying to avoid a big block. I'm not mad at you, just not able to catch hands off of Simonton, but it's been the game.
Kara Lewis Lewis, one of the many transfers on this Hokies team. You just saw Kennedy Wagner, one of the many freshmen for Clemson. There is a big swing by a junior for Virginia Tech. Dupre, nicely designed out of the timeout.
You'd love to see the relentless effort and fight. Great job out of the side out to create that separation out of a timeout. Not what Clemson expected. Nice job, coach.
Borer serves. Taylor, Slavic, Symington. Too strong for the opposition.
You love to see it when a setter's slightly off. McKenna Slavic going right to Symington, trusting that she would arrive faster than the block would. Great job.
Taylor back to serve. Borer. Wow, Dupre, that's why we talked about her in the open. Picking up the kills, Elena Dupre, just like that in double figures. She now has 11.
Did you see how her setter Borer looked like she was going outside? The ball was right in front of her, had a delay and then reversed it back. Great set, and then the finish power.
Hokies back within 4. Slavic sets it up. Wagner for the point. Boy, that was mighty close.
Woo, she's taking a deep breath on that one. Thought she hit it like a floater, just enough topspin to drop it short.
Timeout on the court. Wagner just able to sneak that. McKenna Gilden. Big serve. Tigers 2 points away. Lewis. Back within 4 of the Hokies.
On the floor right now for the Hokies, I'm giving best passer to Angel. Her service heat pass is on the money. You can see all her forearms are placed right toward the setter without much motion. Great job, Angel, sticking that pass.
Timeouts being utilized to the fullest for obvious reasons. And I'm sure the respective teams will enjoy the trips back and forth. So now they set that up. Look at Slavic. Quick move, second time this afternoon. She's been able to pull that off. Match point upcoming.
That's a little reminder. You get a pass, Slavic. It is open. Defenders are ready for the Powell swing. Dropping it short. That's your grad student, 5th-year play.
Wagner for the win. 14-10. Service errors now 9-7. Hokies with 2 more than the Tigers.
For Clemson, you have McGrath on the outside. This is a player that's just got now in the front row. We know her game, looking like she's going cross court, but it's something, is the block familiar with it yet to take away that line shot?
Kate's the serve. Slavic. Powell. Angel, it's out, and the Tigers get the win.
You love to see the fight, and we might still be, still be fighting as Coach Byers reaches for her challenge card.
Could be on the precipice. So more video viewing needed before this one can officially be put in the books. Was Angel able to get it in on her kill try? I would suppose that's what the review will be about. I don't think there was any activity at the net that they would be checking into.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're right, Pete, to see if the ball was inside the antenna on the last swing or outside the antenna on the last swing. Ooh, I'm thinking it's going to get reversed.
Wow, we may still be playing more volleyball. Just looking at the reaction of Angel after the call, I think she thought she had the point. Now, again, they could be questioning, too, if it caught the fingertip of Slavic. That's what they're going to look at right now. Did it catch the fingertip of McKenna Slavic on the right hand? I don't know that it did. But then just looking on the line, so now they're going to take a look and see if it lands the line. Well, that's out. So it had better have caught a fingertip of Slavic, or else the call will stand and the Tigers will have the win.
Oh, gosh, that's so tight, though. Like, is it out? Or is there a little, like, Wimbledon, U.S. Open, like, squish of the ball shadow?
Could be. Could be. I think that might be a situation where there's not enough video evidence to overturn. Let's get the word. Let's look for a celebration. Here it comes. And the Tigers get the point and the win. 3-2 over the Virginia Tech Hokies. we saw the balance of these two teams throughout this afternoon. Really good match. As it turns out, Clemson wins sets 1, 3, and 5 to get a first ACC victory on the year.
Going all out today. McKenna Slavic running a great show. When the pass is there for